Stage 18 of the Volta a España saw the peloton head to Las Rozas. It was 167.4 kilometres with one Category 3 climb known as the Lion's Wall and two intermediate sprints. For Contador and Leipheimer, it was another safe day ensconced in the main peloton with plenty of support from their teammates. A breakaway formed at the head of the race of 18 riders, and all bar 5 teams were represented in the group, so there was no real chase of earners back in the main field. Nicola Roche was in the leading group, and he was the highest place in the general classification in 17th position, 19 minutes and 31 seconds behind. And that forced Gerald Steiner and also Kofidis to go to the front of the peloton to start to do some of the chasing, as Roche was beginning to threaten the top 10 general classification positions of Olivier Zorg and David Moncoutier. On the Category 3 climb, it was the world champion Paolo Bettini that controlled the pace to make sure that nobody could attack and get away. He wanted to bring it down to a sprint finish between the group of 18. It was Cuesta that led them across the top, however, to collect the points. The attack started with Inigo Landeluz and Elaine Perez of Euskadel Euskadi, who were in the lead group. They couldn't get the result yesterday with their sprinter, Coldo Fernandez. Today they were trying for themselves. It was a very active Inigo Cuesta, the 39-year-old riding his 15th Volta a España, a record in the Tour of Spain. It was doing a lot of the attacking as well in the final 20 kilometres. Credit Agricole were amongst the moves as well. They had two men in the breakaway. In addition to Roche, they had Cyril Limont, who was doing all the early moves, hoping to save the legs for Roche in the sprint finish. Juan Antonio Fletcher, he was amongst it as well. It was his birthday the day before. Now the 31-year-old was trying to celebrate his birthday with a late prize, the stage victory on stage 18. Whenever he moved, however, it appeared as if Vicente Garcia Acosta was staying in the wheel with him. Bettini was put under a lot of pressure. So too was Greg Van Avermaet, who was wearing the blue jersey as the leader of the points classification. Wherever those two men moved, the rest of the group moved. David Herrero, however, was one of the men to sneak under the radar from the Jacobeo Galicia team, who was trying to repeat the victory of his teammate David Garcia de Pana, but it wasn't to be. He was in third position. It was Emanuel Everti from the Castapagna team, winning his first ever bike race as a professional, and what a place to do it, into Las Rozas, just on the horizon from Madrid. He collected the win today, and for the Castapagna team, no doubt they'll be celebrating with a glass of champagne tonight. Roche was in second position, just a half a wheel behind. It could probably be said that the Irishman started his sprint just a little too soon. It was uphill all the way to the finish line. Roche went at 300 metres to go, also into a headwind. Everti took advantage of the early move of Roche and timed his run to the line to perfection to collect the stage victory. In the race for gold, that's still with Alberto Contador, 1 minute and 17 seconds ahead of Levi Leipheimer.